Focus on my brake lights. Ain't turning back. Now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word from it. Put a couple bands on it. And I don't plan on letting people turn me. No. You can say what you want. I'ma keep pressing on. I can't go pop that thing like I'm feeling green, right? Talking to my past like focus on my brake lights. Cruising to my future now.
What a beautiful day, our lovely people, lovely viewers of Breaking the Silence. Hey, I gotta bring it like that. I gotta introduce ourselves like that, or else they'll be like, bye, all right, bye. Hey, hold on. I know maybe this is your first time. Let us introduce ourselves first, and then later on, you'll be able to know us better, because in this 1 hour show, you're gonna see some fun entertainment, some, opinions, unsolicited. No, I'm kidding. But we do.
Opinions.
Yeah, we always have opinions, and yeah, we get serious as well. So we also have 100%. Serious topics that we talk about, like usually some things that are not really talked openly. So we do talk about it here and Breaking the Silence. Yes. But before that, let's introduce ourselves. My name is Angeli.
I'm Nori.
And I'm Francisca.
And again, welcome to Breaking the Silence. Okay, I know you see us right here, right? We're not in that age as yet, but I have a question for my lovely co-host here.
Yeah.
Talking about age and talking, you know what comes with age?
What?
Numbers, adding numbers.
Aches and pains.
Aches and pains, yes, that's right. And when you want to just chill at home and then you just want to watch instead of going out, right? But also, there's another thing. When we get there in age, we have a lot of experience, of course.
Yes.
We go through a lot of experiences. So do you think that confidence, right? Because sometimes we have like that, we sometimes not confident, but does it come with age or does it come with experiences that we learn throughout life?
For me, I heard a very wise saying that somebody said that confidence comes from competence.
Yes.
Competence comes from experience. So if you do not try new things,
Air five. Bam!
if you don't try new things, you will never build confidence.
Yes.
Because you can be up in age and still not have confidence because you never put yourself in uncomfortable situations to prove that you are competent and capable of doing whatever it is that you're asking.
Mic drop. I don't even need to say anything.
We need to go on a break. We need to go on a break, okay, for you to
Stole it all.
kind of like just soak that in. But it's true, I agree. I agree 100% with what she said. Because as well, the topic that we're going to be talking about today is celebrities who actually age with confidence.
Okay.
You know that sometimes in Hollywood you see, okay, they're all prepped up, right?
Yeah.
But there are those who actually embrace age with confidence. They embrace those gray hairs, those laugh lines, those wrinkles, and we're going to be talking talking about some of them as well later on. And also talking about age, when you're in that age and then you remember values, you remember traditions from your mom, from your grandma, from your great. Yes. So those values they're passed down. They're not just traditions, but actually values that since you were young, this is what instilled in you. And until now, you're passing it on to your own children, to your own grandchildren.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about that today. See, I told you we're going to be serious as well, but we also have some fun. So today we have a game as well, real versus real, right? Oh,
real ridiculous.
Real ridiculous. There you go. Real ridiculous. No,
rename it.
I know. You
to
see,
rename it.
I am being ridiculous right now, so I need to take a break. We need to take a break. So let us go on a break, and we'll be right back.
Hear from strong women who are crushing their goals, overcoming challenges, and living their best lives. You won't want to miss a single empowering minute. Stay tuned and join the movement.
Much more than an ordinary book to read. than a mere leather-bound collection of papers or random inspirational phrases to memorize. The Holy Bible enlightens, awakens, and transforms all who read its words. Why? Because it is the living, effective, and powerful Word of God Himself, spanning the millennia of nations, dynasties, and generations. The holy Word of God and His commandments still hold true to this very day. Scientific evidence for the historical accuracy of the Bible continues to be unearthed, as its prophecies are aligning with modern-day events in unprecedented ways. Whether you are already a devout believer and follower of the Lord Jesus Christ, or taking your first steps in your walk of faith as a new Christian, this study Bible in the New King James Version has been created for you. The bottom of every page contains the personal commentaries and notes of the founder of the Universal Church, Bishop Adair Macedo, to provide a clearer understanding of the verses in each chapter. From explanations of the Bible's cultural and historical context to insights into its terms in the original languages, the study notes are geared to bring clarity to God's Word so that it can be applied in our daily lives. Why remain in confusion about the powerful and effective Word of God? God is simplicity, and this study Bible brings His holy Word to you for daily practical use. Acquire your own copy today. Call our toll-free line and sow your seed to receive your very own beautifully bound study Bible at 888-691-2291.
Tired of feeling unheard? It's time for Breaking the Silence. Real women, real talk.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Off your phones and enjoy each other.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
It's always important to consult your doctor.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Aging is not a choice, but confidence is. So if you're somebody who's struggling with that, since you're already up in there in your 50s, 60s, 70s, and you don't know how to express yourself in a confident manner, then today we're going to give you some tips that can help you with that. We actually are going to talk about some celebrities, right, that they embrace aging. They embrace it gracefully, and they don't worry about, remarks or if people would comment about their laugh lines, their wrinkles, and they even, some of them talk about it. For example, we have Meryl Streep, we have Kate Winslet, that they openly talk about, aging gracefully. And talking about that, aging is not just about, hey, having all of this, facial features that you earn over time, like gray hair and all of that, but wisdom that you earn and letting go of that, being okay that beauty from your 20s, that beauty from your 30s is now not the same beauty in your 50s and your 60s or 70s, because that beauty, it's more than skin deep. It's not only in the appearance, but the wisdom that you actually gained, the experience that you gained over time. So we have a lot of examples, celebrities that actually stand up for that cause, embrace yourself, that age where you are right now, because that's when you begin wisdom, right? You begin learning a lot of things about yourself, especially with experiences. So what do you think about that, ladies?
Yeah, I think it's very refreshing to see celebrities embracing them getting older and embracing the looks and making it chic and making it fashionable, making it a trend. Because let's be honest, they're celebrities and we will always compare ourselves to them because they're the ones that hold the standard of what is beautiful, what is the ideal body, what is the ideal hair. We look to all of them to find out how we should cut our hair, how we should do our makeup, how we should dress. So seeing people that look like us, seeing people walking the red carpet that look like our mom, our grandma, our grandpa, whatever, it's very refreshing to see normal normal people. And I mean, we see it in a lot of celebrities that were once very, had a lot of work done. They were very well known for all the plastic surgeries they had. And one person that came to my mind was Pamela Anderson. She made this huge shift. She used to be full of, plastic surgery. She was always going under the knife for this, that, or whatever. And she changed it was like overnight. One time she disappeared from the spotlight. She came back. And now she's all natural. She took out all of her implants. She undid all of her plastic surgery, of course, what she could do. But now she stands and says it's so important for you to age gracefully, for you to be comfortable in your own skin and not be ashamed because you have a few wrinkles or because you have gray hair. We need to embrace that beauty. And you see a lot of it. I don't know if y'all have ever watched these, but like in British shows, their actors and actresses are very natural. Like they're not overly done up. They might have messed up teeth. They might have crazy hair. They might not dress, the way that we would see celebrities in the United States. But it's relatable. And I think that's really important to show that you can be a celebrity and have the status and still be true to who you are.
Yeah, they're celebrities and they're celebrities. As we're talking about celebrities who age with confidence, you can clearly see a great distinction, with certain celebrities where they're not worried about impressing. They're not worried about, the wrinkles, as Angeli mentioned. They're not worried about any of those things. As they're getting older, as they're maturing, they're going into their, elderly years, or they're getting up there in age gracefully and with confidence. And that's what makes them stand out because they're not worried about, lifting up here or lifting up there or anything. And without them even speaking about it, they're making a statement. Not only to us, but also to our younger generation as well, because all of us are going to get there. One day we're all going to get there. And just by them being, that person that's not worried about what others have to say or their opinions, or, she's in the spotlight or he's in the spotlight. He should do this, he should do that. That speaks volumes, because confidence as well is something that you grow into. And you said something earlier about you heard someone say about
confidence comes with competence.
Exactly. But there was one thing you said that also stuck with me as well, was like, in just about what I mentioned, is something that you grow into is because you're coming out of your comfort zone. You're coming out of your comfort zone. You're accepting something that is inevitable. And that right there makes you shine. That right there makes you to stand out in the spotlight or in the midst of so many people who one way or another are still trying to, I don't know, maybe like look young or look good. It's not the physical aspect, but it's just how you carry yourself overall. That's what makes the difference. And that's what makes you confident, I believe, in my opinion.
Yeah, because
confidence makes people look beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful from within because of the way they carry themselves. You can see some people that are so confident, but when you look at them and you don't really know them, I'm gonna be honest. You be like, you walked out of the house like, how are you confident in that?
Yeah.
But then you get to know them and see their confidence. And it's like, oh, you rock that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's because of the confidence that they bring out.
Exactly. Yeah, because if you think about it, really, like Hollywood is just all about glamour, right? So when we see somebody who's authentic, embracing that authenticity, it's like in a sea full of fish, you see like I don't know, a shell, as something very authentic, which is not all the same. They don't look all the same. So that's why it's not something that is forced, that you're doing it because you want to stand out, but it's just embracing it naturally, embracing age with confidence. So if you're somebody who's struggling with that, we do have like these public figures, the celebrities, that they're out there embracing their authenticity. So you can start with that. Embrace your age with confidence, and from experience, you are going to learn to age with confidence as well. So we're going to go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
Empowered women, empowering conversations. Stay with us on Breaking the Silence as we inspire and uplift each other.
I never stopped loving God, but I hated church people. For a long time, I didn't even know why. I mean, I'm basically born in the church. But I started to feel resentment towards church people. I experienced church culture as judgmental, bitter, manipulation, status-driven, and sometimes even cult vibes.
I don't belong anywhere. Not even churches want me. And I thought they were supposed to care. You're not alone in feeling this way, and very likely, you won't be the last. Sadly, many individuals have been church hurt over the years and have turned away from their faith because of hidden abuse. Neglect. Family pressure.
Do you think I wanted a daughter like you?
Or feelings of rejection. Those who once cherished the caring support of a home church now harbor resentment and cynicism. Maybe one of those individuals is you. As time goes on, you long for a true spiritual home, a safe, welcoming, and genuine environment to worship the Lord Jesus. Well, you found the right place. Our doors are open wide to welcome you 7 days a week. Join the nearest Universal Church, particularly on Sundays at 10 a.m. Other service times are also available. Worship, learn, and fight your problems by faith. And in the process, experience a deep encounter with God's power. At every Sunday service in the Universal Church, you'll be blessed with prayers for divine healing, financial prosperity, and family well-being. Additionally, you'll learn practical teachings of faith founded on the Word of God to nourish your soul.
The Holy Spirit inside of you makes you happy. Makes you happy.
We have no dress code or any other outward requirements. We just have an open and teachable heart. Come as you are, but rest assured, you won't leave the same.
Feeling seen? Feeling heard? You're right where you belong. Don't go anywhere. More empowering conversations, insightful discussions, and the voices that matter most are coming right up on Breaking the Silence. We're just getting started. Stay with us.
Real ridiculous. So this is going to be our game for today. So one of us will be describing a movie, and then two will be basically
guessing.
Yeah, we'll be guessing, and then we'll write it down and see who actually gets
right.
the movie. Okay?
Yes.
And we've decided that the host who's going to be describing is our lovely host, Francisca. So she is going to be giving us some plot summaries, right?
Okay.
And then
Real
me and Nori,
ridiculous ones.
ridiculous, right? She's gonna, try to be ridiculous about it, and me and Nori will be guessing it.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Are you ready?
Don't cheat, Angeli.
Yes,
Nor
no
don't cheat.
cheating allowed.
Okay. This is the
ready
new
for
year.
the
All right.
first one.
Okay, let's go.
A stressed out dad swims across the ocean with a mentally confused stranger because his kid didn't listen.
Okay.
I know this one. Ooh.
So don't be stressed out, okay?
Do you
If your
know it?
kid doesn't listen,
Just
but
go around with the stranger.
just go around,
that is
just go around with
I
a
think it's
stranger
this. It sounds
and have a
like
good
You'll be more
time.
frustrated with that person
Have a
than-
good time.
Yeah.
But if the stranger
All right, we
forgets
ready?
the way, then I don't know.
Are
Yes.
we ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Show your cards.
Ta-da, Finding Nemo. Nemo, where are you,
Correct.
Nemo? Why are you stressing your dad?
Yes.
Come on, Nemo.
Just
Good
keep
kid.
swimming. Just keep swimming.
All right.
Just
Such
Okay.
a cute movie. All right, you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay, so a man switches bodies, steals a culture, and betrays his own people for a girlfriend.
When you said a girl, okay.
No. Say it again.
Yeah.
A man switches bodies.
A man switches bodies.
Steals a culture.
Steals a culture.
And betrays his own people.
And betrays his own people. Steals a body. I know. You guys lost me.
And betrays his people.
Yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. He embodied that.
All right, we ready?
Yes,
3,
I'm ready.
2.
Avatar.
Oh, yes.
Avatar.
Oh, man.
You fall in love with, love
Avatar
makes you decide some
Okay.
choices.
All right, you ready for the next one?
Okay, yes.
Okay.
All right.
Red day.
A teenage boy gets hit by a bug and immediately starts ignoring school.
A boy?
A teenage boy gets bit by a bug and he starts ignoring school.
He starts ignoring school.
Ignoring school to fight in pajamas.
What? I like how you describe the stuff. I like it. I love it. Okay, I got it. I got it.
No, I don't.
Special pajamas.
Catching what I'm putting down?
I almost decided on the other one.
I wrote it down.
Because I was going to leave out part of it.
But
I felt like it was,
Yeah, but that gave a very good hint.
All right, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No.
Show your cord.
Okay.
It's time Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yay! Spider-Man.
I'm looking at hers first.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Like,
Those pajamas, they're really good hints.
Right. Okay.
All right. So, let's see.
Okay.
Toys get emotionally unstable every time their owner leaves the room.
Okay, so this one's still,
Got this one.
This one is easy.
If you don't get this one,
yeah, if you
I
don't
don't know
get
where y'all been. All right,
I
3,
got it.
2.
Bam.
Toy Story.
Yes. Good job.
Yes.
All right.
Toy Story.
All right. That's such a cute movie.
Toy Story. Yes,
It's a little creepy though, if you think about like the context.
Yeah, like how you be getting jealous. Okay, anyways.
No, how your toys come alive when you walk out of the room.
That part? Okay. They have their own.
that part, the main part of the movie.
And I was like, but jealousy.
All right, next one.
Next one. Let's go.
A rich guy in a cat suit fights his cousin over the family business.
Why
I feel like these hosts watch a lot of movies.
No.
They seem to
Oh my
know
gosh.
what's going on here.
Can you say it again?
A rich guy in a cat suit fights his cousin over family business.
I have the name, but I'm like, hey, if you did not watch this, you gotta watch it because it's good.
Okay.
All right. 3,
Wait, no.
2.
Show your cards.
Show your cards. Show your cards.
There you go.
Black
Panther.
All right.
Yes, baby.
All right.
Wakanda. Okay. All right.
Do it again,
No,
Angeli.
that's only one time only, and that's only the only time.
Man.
Okay, so
Maybe gonna do
okay, we
the
got
thing.
2 more going.
All right.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
All right.
Ready.
Next one. A runaway cat watches his dad die and then moves away to live with 2 weirdos.
Wait, say it again.
A runaway cat watches his dad die and moves away with 2 weirdos.
Was it this one?
Okay, let's go. I am ready.
3,
2,
2, go. There you go.
Yes, the Lion King.
Good job.
We got it.
Okay, no.
do it again.
No. You can only get one chance and only one chance.
Oh,
All right.
goodness.
Are y'all ready for the last one?
Last one, yes.
Ready.
This is
I
it.
think I'm ready.
Okay.
This is it.
Okay.
Who's going to take it? Nori or
Depends.
Angeli?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Ooh, the tension is rising.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, come on.
All right. An alien moves into a kid's house.
Oh, it's easy.
That's all she had to say.
Yeah. I was like, you could have been like,
oh man, ready? 3, 2, 1. Bam.
E.T.
Yes. Oh, did you ever watch that movie, Angeli?
E.T. Yeah.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Classic movies
we
from
did
back
pretty
in the
good.
day.
I know. These were easy. It wasn't that hard. It was a bit challenging.
Yeah.
Just a bit. But who won?
So who won?
Angeli.
I did.
I think I won. I got all the answers correct. Got all of the answers correct.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay, put mine up next.
Thank you.
Mine. Thank you.
You see it? You got it too. That's great.
You showed up.
I know, right? And
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. You're not included.
No, Francisca.
No.
You're not included. Yeah, there you go.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll get it next time.
But you did a really good job with the
description.
the pajamas.
Yes, I made it kind of easy for y'all.
Yeah, you did. You actually did.
I'm gonna have to make it more difficult for y'all next time.
Yeah,
Yes,
next
you
time
will.
you gotta be a little bit more like
more difficult.
gotta
Very
be a little bit
difficult.
more weird. Weirder.
Weirder.
Yeah.
Weirder. We'll go for weirder next time. More
weirdest.
challenging.
Yes, more challenging.
For the
There
real
you go.
I hope they got it
ridiculous.
too.
Yeah, I think they got it as well.
I believe in our viewers. They definitely got that.
They're real good. I know.
They're real good.
Yeah, they're real good. So send us some movie prompts or even descriptions to help us out, okay? But we're going to go on a quick break and we'll be back.
Laugh, learn, and love with Breaking the Silence. We'll be right back.
It's all your fault.
I never did that. You're just imagining things. I'm not the problem, you are.
What is done is done. Just forget about it. If you're lucky, I'll forgive you.
When these phrases characterize a relationship, it's only a matter of time before they create a skewed sense of reality, and you even begin questioning your own sanity. Ideas that seem perfectly logical to you are ridiculed by your loved one, leaving you confused with no recourse to answer back. If you've reached the point of questioning yourself, what is wrong with me? Am I really the problem? You may be a victim of gaslighting. Gaslighting is a type of emotional abuse in which a person uses manipulation and distraction to distort the truth. This is done to get you to doubt your own feelings, thoughts, intuition, and judgment, and to ultimately control you. Gaslighting tactics can be extremely difficult to recognize and cope with, as they are designed to destabilize your sense of reality. This kind of emotional abuse in relationships is extremely toxic and dangerous. If you need someone to talk to, we're here to listen. Call 1-888-332-4141 or text 1-888-312-4141.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Justification that comes with any addiction.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
But as you mature, you have to be with someone who matures with you.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Today, we're talking about not just passing down traditions, but passing down values, because these ones are much more meaningful, much more intentional, and they're the ones that actually last. Because traditions can be over time. However, these values are the ones that would have integrity, honesty, that can be passed down from one generation to the next. So ladies, we're going to be talking about some of the values that maybe we have learned over time, you know, from our parents, from our grandparents. Of course, there are traditions as well. Traditions are always going to be there.
Yeah.
But again, as we see now, from one generation to the next, we live in different seasons, right? We live in different generations as well. And sometimes they don't take on certain traditions that maybe 50 years ago we took on, but now they're creating their own traditions, but the values are still there. You know, the values that we learn, integrity, honesty from our parents, that we actually learn morals that since childhood until now, we're passing it on to our, you know, people that we meet, our loved ones, our children, and they're the ones that actually stick, and it's establishing a foundation in our lives. And it's very important that we instill that to the generation nowadays, because, you know, if this is just a tradition, something like it's very shallow, not something deeper, it's not going to kind of mold them and form them into a better person in the future when they have to handle their own things, you know? So I think it's very important. For example, like in our household, nowadays, I don't know, especially maybe in this culture, because in our culture, we always, of course, respect the elders and stuff like that. But it's something much more deeper, you know? Like you don't ever say, you know, somebody's name. Here, I know it's something normal, right? And I'm not saying that, hey, you're disrespectful, but in our culture, it's something very profound that you always have to maybe bow your heads when someone is walking, when an elderly is speaking. You don't just talk back. And it is rooted to respect. It's not just, hey, okay, someone is walking, so I'm just be like respect. No, it's rooted to respect, because when you go out there in the world, when you instill that in your children, then they go out into the world being an adult, that respect is instilled in them, and it's not going to go away, you know, whether that's in their workplace, somebody in their age, but they're talking, they have something to say, you respect those behavior, those conversations. You don't just talk back. You don't just, you know, say whatever, because respect is instilled there. So I think that's one of the ones that our parents instilled in us, that you need to be respectful at all times. You know, whether that's somebody, you know, your age, somebody older than you. But again, it's universal, but we have like our different culture that it's being instilled in us. So
and I mean, that was a big thing back in the day as well. And like looking at people in the eyes when they're speaking to you.
Right.
Don't look down. Don't ignore them. Answer them when they're asking you questions, even if it's like a irrelevant question. Answer them. Show them the respect. If you're sitting down and you see that there is an elderly person standing, you get up and you let them have their seat. You see that they need help walking across the street, that you help them. Respect was a huge thing back in the day, and I feel like over time that has definitely been diluted, and we don't see the same kind of respect being done now as it was back in the day. It wasn't as, I guess, enforced. And I guess that falls on like our generation for not upkeeping those values that were instilled when we were younger. And other values that I've seen, maybe not so much now, it's in family in general. Keeping the marriage holy, keeping the marriage and the family united as one. We're seeing a lot of families now being torn apart, falling apart, being disconnected, not because there's a lot of drama in the family, but because the matriarch of the family, because the glue that kept the family together is no longer living. And so, you know, you see families going their separate ways. They've never seen, like cousins, they haven't seen their brothers or sisters in a very long time, because that family unity is no longer as prevalent and as important as people's own individual families. Now you hear like, oh, I'm married, I have my own family. It's like almost like they don't even associate with their family anymore, because they have their own. Yes, you should have your own. You should have your house. You should have your family, your kids. You run it the way that you want to run it. But we need to always come back to our roots, to our family, and make sure that we're good as a whole. And that brings a lot of teachings and a lot of values into our lives growing up that maybe we wouldn't think about. But when you start to live your life according to your ways, then you lose a lot of that. How to interact with other people, how to deal with different personalities, how to problem solve, how to take care of others when you don't feel like it. There's so many values that we miss by not having that time with our family.
It's so true. You know, another value, actually 2 values I want to touch base on. One of them would be old school discipline. Now, if you are old school, you know that anything spoke. And when I say anything spoke, may it be slippers, may it be a belt, may it be a hand, may it be whatever.
A switch.
But you see, those who were brought up with that type of discipline today, they're like this. They're on check and they're in line. Well, that's one thing that I do see in my family is that type of discipline. Because I have my nephews. And whenever they start cutting up, their mom always says, "You're going to go to Auntie Nori." Immediately, they sit down. It's like, "Oh, so why are you still now?" "Because I don't want to go with Nori." And they know it, you know, but that's something that I see in my family that we've passed down. And everyone, of course, everyone has mistakes and slip-ups and stuff like that. But that's one thing that I see in my family is that discipline. You see it being passed down from generation to generation. And another thing that, you know, a value that should always be passed down is always instilling hard work. Hard work. Teach your kids, teach your loved ones, your son, your daughter, teach them that hard work pays off, and hard work helps them to be and to remain independent at all times. Because in this day and age, that's what you see. You see people wanting the easy way out. You see people trying to take shortcuts. You see people trying to do a whole bunch of stuff to not work hard. One thing that my mom always instilled in me and all my siblings is to work hard. And I haven't seen like my siblings lack in anything. Why? Because even if times get tough, they, in their mind, they're like, okay, what can I do? I got to work hard at this. I got to work hard at that, you know, to make it work. So that's another thing that I feel that it's a value that should be passed down.
Yeah, because it teaches you problem solving. Like nowadays, when people come into a problem, they freeze. They don't even know how to, where to even begin to solve the problem. They just said, "Oh, I can't do it. It's not possible." No, it is. We just have to figure out a way. But we lose that in that hard work because we expect everything to just be given to us. And if it has just an ounce of difficulty or any kind of roadblocks in our path, it's not for me. Like, this is not going to work. Let me go find something else. But then you lose on so much opportunities because you're like, I'm not even going to try. It's too hard for me. It's too difficult. I need it easy. Life is not easy.
It's not easy.
Nothing about life is easy.
Nothing good comes easy.
But it's worth it. If you could fight through it and overcome it, then imagine the value you're going to have within yourself. Talking about confidence. That's how you build confidence, is problem solving and showing yourself like you can do it. Because you're going to face problems that one day you're not going to be able to avoid, and you're not going to know how to solve it, and you're going to fall. You're going to fall under the pressure.
Yeah, and one of those things as well is learning how to pivot, right? Learning how to adapt, because when situations like that happen, I think one of those values is when you learn how to mold yourself according to the situation. You learn how to adapt yourself, because if you only learn one way, yes, but as you learn as you go and you're not just allowing yourself to be just stuck on one thinking, then I think that's also one of the values or one of the teachings that you can pass on to the next generation. And if you do have some morals, you have some values, you have some traditions that were passed down to you and you wanted to share with us, then you can feel free to go to our Instagram page and send us a DM. But right now we're going to go on a quick break and we'll be back.
Breaking the silence. Laughs. Fun. Real women, real talk. Stay tuned.
Have you heard the good news? LFN is now reaching even more homes across the country. That's right. You can now watch LFN on Verizon Fios Channel 792, Frontier Channel 726, Tell your friends, tell your family. LFN is now airing in your city and right in your home. So put that remote down and stay connected to life-changing content that uplifts, encourages, and transforms. LFN, a network with a purpose.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. This puts them at increased risk for type 2 diabetes, heart attack, and kidney disease. The good news? Prediabetes can be reversed. Follow along with this 1-minute risk test to learn your risk for prediabetes. Are you over 40? That's 1 point. Over 50? That's another. Over 60? Add 1 more. If you're a man, give yourself a point. Family history of diabetes? Add a point. Have high blood pressure? Add another. Not physically active? That's a point. Are you slightly overweight? That's 1 point. Pretty overweight? That's 2. Very overweight? That's 3. A score of 5 or more means you likely have prediabetes, so talk with your doctor. Learn how you can change the outcome at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Your story matters. Your voice matters. This is Breaking the Silence.
Okay, so we have our growth segment, reflective segment, then versus now. It's not the game, the inflation game, but it is something reflective. So what we thought about then, and then what changed now. Okay, so we're gonna have some prompts, and then we could give our own opinions. Okay.
Let's go. Let's do this.
All right. And it doesn't need to be really something big, you know, it doesn't really need something dramatic. It's just something that you've learned, and now before is a completely different mindset, and now you've, of course, with experiences and life lessons, it changed, right? Okay, so our first one. Back then, I needed validation from people, you know, especially loved ones. Like, we've been through that phase, right? Like, we want to please our loved ones and make them happy or make them satisfied with our achievements or what we do. But then now I trust, I would say, my experiences. Because I think when you gain experience, that's when you learn how to, hey, it's not really, you need external validations that you need from these people because you've experienced it yourself. So now you've grown, you know that it's not really something from them that you are going to value your own self. So when you go through the life lessons, when you go through tough experiences, then I think you become wiser, even though not my age, but you become wise, and you learn that, again, validation doesn't come from anyone, but, you know, when you know who you are, then that's enough.
You know, my answers are exactly like yours. So just to add on to what you're saying is when you go through certain situations and you gain experience, yes, you do become wiser, and you do come to realize that everyone's journey is different. A lot of time, like back then, I wanted everyone's validation. Like, I wanted your approval. I wanted you to say, hey, Nori, yes, that was good, that was great, and this and that and the third, you know, and if I didn't get that, I will feel bad, or I will feel like I failed, or maybe I didn't do a good job, or I'm just not good enough, and things like that. But as you do grow and you gain your own experiences, you see in a totally different light. So I completely agree with what you said.
I agree with both of you. But for me, my validation was more found in my relationships. Like, you know, with my boyfriends at the time, because I felt like if they didn't love me or they didn't want to be with me, then I had no purpose. So I sought out validations in my relationships. And so I always needed a relationship. I could not be without a relationship because then I felt like I had no worth. Even though all of my relationships were extremely unhealthy and what we would call toxic nowadays, to me, it didn't matter. As long as I was getting some kind of attention from you, I needed that validation because I was so empty inside and dead inside that I needed somebody on the outside. And I gave a lot of weight to men over women, just because of the things that I had growing up. So that's really where I found a lot of the validation. And now today, I find the validation more in, like y'all were saying, my experiences, how I handle the situations. Through each experience and through each problem that I've gone through and I've overcome, I've been able to slowly teach myself that you don't need somebody else to validate who you are or to make you capable or incapable of something. You're the one that holds the power to make yourself capable or not. And so through each situation, as hard as they are, I'm grateful for them because they have forced me to see something inside of me that I was otherwise trying to find in the men and in the relationships.
Okay. Nice. Good. All right. See, we've grown, okay? Okay, our next one. Back then, I avoided trying something new. Now I face it with faith, I would say, because yes, there's still that fear because it's something new, but now I'm replacing that with faith. Okay. So even though it's something new, it's something unknown, because back then I would be like, it's not something that I'm comfortable with. You know, it's a new skill or it's a new place or, you know, just something new makes me kind of like, no, I think I'm just going to stay in my lane, right? I'm just going to stay in my comfort zone. But over time, you learn that sometimes you'll be forced to try something new because you're so in that corner, in that little life of yours that you're just like, I just want it to be, you know, I know everything that I'm doing right now. Sometimes life tends to bring you in those hurdles and you learn how to swim yourself. Exactly. So instead of just avoiding it, just face it, but face it with faith. For me, I would face it with faith, then I would just go with it. Okay, this is how I'm going through it. Okay, I have to do it. Then I'll just do it, you know. Although sometimes it's still fearful, but then you are doing something about it. You're not avoiding it. You're just facing it head on.
So for me, back then, I avoided the spotlight. I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to be on the front line, at the forefront. I did not. If I can be all the way in the back, if I could not be seen at all, ooh, child, I was completely fine. Even if, you know, I did all the work and not be seen or recognized or anything,
you're okay with that.
I'm okay with it. You know, I just wanted to be hidden. I didn't want to be in the spotlight. I didn't want to be seen. But now I face it head on. I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Sometimes you don't even have a choice.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have a choice. That's why life be giving you stuff and you're like,
life doesn't give you opportunity.
Exactly. It's like, here, there you go. Go do it.
Yeah,
all right. Yes,
exactly.
let's go. Head on.
Yeah.
All right, you know.
So I'm gonna double down on what you said because that is me 1,000%. Like put me in the back. I'm good. Like leave everybody else who want to be in the front in the front. That is for you. Go. I'll be your cheerleader. Back here. But, you know, life be life, and that doesn't always happen. And maybe it's because that's where we want to be that we, you know, get thrown into the front. But one thing that came to my mind before you said that for me was I used to avoid change. Like, even though I knew that the change was good for me, I would avoid it because I was terrified of that change. I was afraid of what that change would mean to me, what that change would do to my life. That like, I'm fine. I'm in my comfort zone. My comfortable zone is terrible. It's not what I want, but I'd rather be here because I know it than to change and do something that I don't know and make myself open and vulnerable to that new life that I don't know. So I would avoid change at all costs. Now I face it as like an opportunity, like, okay, change is going to happen. Let's figure it out. Let's do it. Let's see what I'm going to learn from this. Let me be able to problem solve it and to be able to embrace the change because I know something great is going to come on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're really reflective today. Like embrace change. Embrace like what we spoke about earlier. We embrace the experience, the aging with confidence. And we see that we've grown, you know, because from then we think differently and now we're thinking something different, like which is something that benefits us as well. So if you have your then versus now, again, you can feel free to share it with us. But right now we're going to go on a quick break and we'll be back.
Your voice, breaking the silence.
At the time, I just wasn't thinking. I use social media to vent. I wish I would have thought about the effects of scaring people. I didn't mean for that to happen. People took it as a terrorist threat. The university got shut down. I got arrested by the FBI. And now, I don't know what my future looks like. I search my name on the web almost every day and look at the stuff. It's not going away. Think before you post.
Do you have a dream tucked away? It's time to break free and chase it. Breaking the Silence celebrates women who dare to dream big and change the world. Get the tools and motivation to turn your dream into reality. Breaking the Silence. Ignite your passion. Unleash your potential. Weekdays on ULFN.
Want to receive daily messages of faith and encouragement? Join Bishop Barra Joshua Telegram channel. It's simple, just follow these steps. Download the Telegram app from your app store. Open Telegram and tap on the search bar. Type in Bishop Joshua Fonseca and select the channel. Click Join to become a part of a growing community of faith and support. By joining, you'll gain exclusive access to powerful messages of faith from Bishop Joshua himself. Don't miss out. Join today.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. That I know what you're going through. I know things aren't easy, but you still show up. I wonder if you know that we can get help. That we don't have to go through this alone. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
What we're just passing down to you is not just confidence. It's something else.
What is it?
Bye. Well, hey, we are.
She didn't put it out there.
But it's true. We're gonna wrap up in a few. But then, those morals, those values, they remain, right? Those ones are just for a moment. But whatever you've learned, from childhood, those are the things that remain with you, and you even pass it down to your children. So.
Not
it's
only
okay.
to your children, but anyone who's around you.
Anyone. So if you're being like, because sometimes people are, they'll be like, oh, you're so different. Like, you're such a stuck up or this and that. Like, they could sometimes criticize those values because you are actually sticking to them. Continue.
Yeah.
Continue. Don't worry. Embrace it.
That's what makes you. That's what makes you unique, and that's what makes you grounded. Like, and that's so true that you just mentioned that, because there's some people that they will look at you and they won't understand you, but they see your success. They see how you grow. They see how you're well put together, how you carry yourself, and that is working for you. They might not necessarily agree with it, but they see that, hey, you're doing well and you're sticking to it. So
it's important not to go along with what everybody else is doing, what everybody else is believing, what everybody else holds true to themselves. Because if that was the case, we would all be the exact same. Somebody has to stand out. Somebody has to be different in order for those who also feel the same way or believe the same way or like the same thing, then they're gonna be like, well, she's doing it in confidence, so why can't I? And then more people are gonna come out, and it's gonna become a norm instead of just like, oh, that's abnormal, let's stay away from her. No, rock it with confidence, because there's other people that are just like you that are waiting for you to be the one to stand up and be different so that they can come out.
Let me tell you, Francisca's on a whole different level today. I don't know what it's up, but you know what I'm gonna give Francisca? Another mic drop.
Yes. So does that mean we're gonna cut it? Well, if you have a mic drop moment as well, scan this QR code, okay? If you have something to say, you're like, it's not just Francisca, it's me too. So you can scan this QR code, Breaking the Silence _talk show. And if you have any other topics as well that you want us to talk about, anything that maybe you're kind of like iffy, but we are going to talk about it. So send us your ideas, your opinions, any topics, or if you want to be a guest in the show as well, right?
Love to have
if you have something to share. If you want
to be a viewer watcher.
A viewer watcher. Yes. Send it to your family and friends.
You know. The struggle is real sometimes.
So real sometimes. And that is why we're going to leave it at that, okay?
A viewer joiner.
Thank you for viewing, okay? Thank you for joining. All right, so yeah, we're cutting it short.
That's all right.
That's all we have. We have to say bye. Bye. See you.